Okay, so with this one, we want to remember a couple things. The most important things that we want to remember when it comes to when we have angles like this, we want to remember that this angle is the same as this, and this is the same as this. We also want to remember that one green angle and one orange angle add up to be 180 degrees. So we could say like, this side is 180 degrees, or this side is 180 degrees. We could also say the same thing with the top and the bottom like that. Meaning, when I'm looking at this down here, when I'm looking at this figure on the left-hand side, I see I have 14x minus 16 on top and 13x minus 8 on the bottom. Those have to equal each other. So I can easily solve for x by writing 14x minus 16 equals 13x minus 8, and I can solve. I'm going to subtract 13x from both sides. That leaves me with x minus 16 equals negative 8. I can add 16 to both sides, and that leaves me with x equals 8, which I can go ahead and put right here. Then I'm going to plug that back into one of those to figure out how big of an angle that is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go 13 times 8 minus 8, which when I do that, I get 96 degrees. That means angle Z equals 180 minus 96. So again, I'm just going to throw that in my calculator. So I get Z is 84, which we can go ahead, I got rid of that, which we can go ahead and check. So doing that again, we see that we have 7x plus 94 on one side, and we have 108 on the other side. So now we can just solve because we set those equal to each other. I'm going to subtract 94 from both sides. That gets me 7x equals 14. Divide both sides by 7, and that gives me x equals 2, which we can go ahead and put right here. Then for Z, this one's a little bit easier because it already tells me that that angle is 108 degrees. That means Z equals 180 minus 108, which when I do that, I get 72, which we can go ahead and check right there. And doing this one last time, we see that we have 4x minus 33 and the 11x minus 37. Those two together add up to 180 degrees. So that's what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put 14x minus 33 plus 11x minus 37 equals 180, and I'm going to solve. I'm going to combine like terms on this left-hand side, so I get 25x minus 70 equals 180. I'm going to add 70 to both sides. This gets me 25x equals, that's 250. Divide both sides by 25, and that gives me x equals 10. So I can go ahead and put that right there. Now I'm going to pick the 14x minus 33, and I'm going to plug 10 into that. The reason I'm going to do that is I get 14 times 10 minus 33, which is 107. Now the nice thing about that is Z is the exact same as that because they're vertical angles, so that means Z equals 107, which we can go ahead and check. So that's how you can solve equations using vertical angles and linear pairs.